What is up, everybody? Tuberversity here today. We're going to talk about some Sony news before the big showcase we have today. You know, the showcase that has already like 500 people. Last time I checked, it's probably like 1,000 now because it's the actual day of the showcase. So that's going to be the big news of today. But before we get to that showcase, I'm going to do a lot of coverage on that on the channel later on today. But before we do that, we're going to talk about this Spider-Man information that got talked about over pretty much yesterday and the day before. Because apparently Sony fans were expecting Spider-Man 2 to have co-op. Like, I don't know where they could have possibly got this from. I guess mainly because it features two predominant superheroes in this game. And they thought, hey, it's going to be a co-op game. But I don't think somebody ever insinuated this was going to be a co-op game. But that was some big news that just dropped. Insomniac confirmed that Spider-Man 2 is a single-player adventure. It would not feature co-op. Confirmed by Insomniac Games. Now, apparently somebody was asking us, as they were talking about, I guess they started with them talking about Spider-Man on PC. And then somebody asked, Marvel Spider-Man 2 going to be a co-op game in Insomniac Games? And Insomniac Games responds and says, nope, it's an epic single-player adventure. Which, I'm fine with that because co-op games have been taking a mighty L lately. Because if you think about Redfall, that game didn't review too well. It didn't pan out too well. I think that game should have just been a single player game and just left it as that. Especially with the co-op superhero games genre, that has not been doing too well. Marvel Avengers, that game was not well received. Gotham Knights, not well received as well. And also you got Suicide Squad versus the Justice League, which is Kills the Justice League, which is not. They had to postpone that game for an entire year because that game got so much backlash. So co-op games in general have been receiving L, so I'm kind of glad they didn't make this a co-op game. I'm kind of fine with that, but some Sony fans were not too happy about this. Some people preemptively made videos about it, like this Spider-Man 2 gameplay was coming soon with co-op features. This is from Dreamcast guys, so apparently people really thought this game was gonna have co-op. When I don't know why would you think that? They never seen that this game was gonna have co-op, but okay. So this is a clip from one of his videos.
Full campaign co-op. Now, I love multiplayer in general. Co-op, though, makes everything 10 times better.
Then it got shot down by Insomniac. You hate to see it. So people are really anticipating this co-op feature. That I don't know how this rumor got started, but you know, these Sony guys really had their hopes up and just get shot down by Insomniac. You hate to see it. Jeez. That MF's face. Oh, man. PlayStation guy pulled the trigger too quick. You know, a lot of people are giving this guy a name change to PlayStation guy because he is definitely PlayStation-centric on his videos. He definitely makes some ridiculous and outful takes about Xbox. But, you know, PlayStation, whenever some good PlayStation news, he's the first one to report on it, so it's just fascinating. He probably should change his name at this point. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I don't feel this game should have co-op anyway. Sony's bread and butter is single player games. I think they should just stick with what's getting them the success they have right now. Just stick with single player games. I wouldn't want this to be co-op anyway, to be honest. So. It puts too much focus on a mode that most people probably didn't play anyway, and we see that like, once again these games have not a good track record so far being co-op. So just keep it single player at the end of the day. Hopefully it confirms no MJ missions. People did not like the stealth in the last game, which I didn't have a problem with the stealth missions. It separated you from the constant combat, which I'm fine with. They just had. I'd rather do a stealth mission than a puzzle, so I didn't have a problem with the stealth missions in the last game. Long-lived single-player games, yeah, they're definitely the kings of single-player. So they just stick with their bread and butter. No reason to change it. It's like Arcane should have did with Redfall. I was like, you are known for making single-player games with stealth elements. Why are you changing it up to make a co-op game? Even though I still kind of enjoyed Redfall, but that whole co-op thing kind of ruined it. If they just been single-player, I think it would have been a lot better received. They would have a lot more polished as well too, because they would have to focus on the matchmaking and stuff like that. This is a disappointment. Co-op would fit so well in this game, knowing that we have Peter and Miles as a team. So once again, another Sony fan really wants co-op in this game. Like, it's just weird to me. Like, I mean, I guess people want to play with their friends, but like I said before, the co-op track record has not been great so far. I feel like that would just create an Avengers problem. Yeah, one of the most popular IPs on the planet, Marvel Avengers, that game flopped. It didn't do great. And that's because it had the stupid co-op element to it. Gotham Knights, based off the Batman IP, that game didn't do too great. So even Justice League, you see Superman and Batman and that ain't doing that well. That game got postponed all of the year. So I just think it's not the time for co-op games. Co-op games is not the look right now. It's just not. Like they're just getting panned critically each time a co-op game comes out, especially when it's super related. So, a lot of people are saying yes, they're glad it's not co-op, which I'm kind of the same boat. I don't want this to be co-op. I wouldn't have been happy with that game being co-op. It probably would have been worse off, to be honest. Some people are saying you could probably switch between characters like how GTA 5 has done it. So we don't really know. I'm probably going to get more details today of the showcase. We're going to finally show gameplay, more than likely, for this showcase. Man, this showcase better be amazing the way the people are just like doing the most for this showcase. This PlayStation showcase better be amazing. I got to work today, so I'm going to be covering it live. But I'm going to give my thoughts about this showcase after I get done with work. Hopefully I won't miss too much from the showcase. Sony and Nintendo using their first-party studios to keep single-player games alive is something I'll never stop appreciating. Okay. And to an extent, I would say Xbox is in that category too. But Nintendo, the thing with Nintendo is they make some good games, but their games are on some trash hardware. Like, the Nintendo Switch is rough. Like, I'm playing the new Zelda game, and it's like, geez, if only this game was on better hardware, it'd have to be stuck to the Nintendo Switch. It's like, keep the single player experience alive and well. Yeah, it seems like most people just want single player. To be honest, it's like the first game got success for being single player. This game should be single player as well. I don't see why they would change it up. And once again, I don't know where this rumor came from. like these Sony guys had their hopes. They had their hopes and set so high it's gonna have co-op, but it's no co-op. Like Insomniac said, there's no co-op for this game. So once again, I don't know where they got this notion from. There's gonna be a co-op game, but it's not co-op. So it is what it is. But hopefully we see more from this game at this showcase. People think I hate PlayStation for whatever reason, but I really enjoy PlayStation games. I just don't like their fan base. Their fanboys are just really annoying. just really annoying. But I like PlayStation games. I like Spiderman. I even like the movie that's gonna come out this year. Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm gonna check that out as well. So once again, hopefully this showcase delivers. But yeah, definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.